We are now in the world of AI. Everyone is speaking about ChatGPT, about cloud code, about the agents, how they changed the way of writing code. In this tutorial, I want to show you how we can develop a Teams business application using different tools. We are going to use Cloud Code, we are going to use Lovable, and we are going to use Augment. These are the three tools that I'm using these days to build application. I will show you step by step of building a Teams application, the front end and the back end. This application is just like a Teams as it is. We are going to create everything that you are seeing here from scratch, and we are using AI. I won't write any single line of code. The AI is going to do this for us, building the application which is themeable, dark mode, light mode, and the UI is going to be of the modern using Next.js. Let's deep dive into the building of this robust application with AI, the agentic augment using Cloud Sonnet 4. Here we are going to use Lovable to create our user interface, and it's going to be like a React application, but we are going to convert this application to React because I don't know which framework do they use, but for me, I'm familiar with React. So I will show you how we are going to convert this application to React. So we are going to create a complete designs with Lovable of our chat application, a copy of Teams, and it will help us to create an application like Teams. So this is going to be a chat application, and for the backend we shall using Nest.js. Everything we are going to use AI. It's no longer time to write a complete code line by line. So everything will be set up using these AI tools. So this is the framework that we are going to use for our user interface. No damn templates these days. We are going to chat with Lovable and create a well-designed user interface. So we are going to create a copy of Teams. So let's tell Lovable what we want. We need a chat application like Microsoft Teams with business features. User has to log in, register, search users or people, and start chatting. Allow users to create groups, block users, etc. Then say use your knowledge to come up with a Teams application and its core features. Create a modern Teams designs. So with this instruction, our application is going to create a Teams application for us with the best UI, and it's going to be a modern UI. And Lovable is good on building user interfaces. Once we have our user interface, we are going to create a backend, a complete end-to-end backend with the Nest.js. So let's now send this instruction and see what is going to happen. So let me copy this, right, and click enter. So let me add this instruction that I copied here and send instructions here. So now let's wait for this AI to think and analyze the instruction that we gave it, and it's going to create our web application and it's going to appear here. So let's see what it's going to do. So let me tell it that don't integrate with the Superbase. So let's give it some time, then it will start to develop the application for us. You can see the instruction here. I think it's started. So these are the features that it's going to create for us. Login, register, email. So for the backend, we are going to use another tool, and I will show you in the future tutorials which tool we are going to use for our backend. We need to have control for our application. So let's wait for it to complete what we told it to do. So after a few minutes, the AI has managed to produce this application. So we need to go through it step by step, and it's going to be like our Teams application that we are going to use. This is going to be an open source that you can clone and run on your local, and as an organization you can start to use this platform. And what is here, it has created authentication systems where you can log in with email and password, and the session modern UI authentication. And these are the features that were added on this application, modern team design. So let's now go through it. This is not like the proper Teams design, but we need the functionality first. So what you can do here, you can enter an email, test@gmail.com, and the password you can just put anything, because we are not connecting to the real database. It's just a template. Let's try. Okay, this is the design, and you can see it's like the Teams and everything that we told the AI to do. It has managed to do this for us. Let me try to click here. You can see this navigation bar. It can maximize, and you can create, and you can find people, and all these things were created by AI. And what you need to do is to just focus on your business ideas, and this is online business and chat. Then you can send message, say hi, right? And as you can see, this is the proper like Teams UI which has been designed. If we need to call someone, this is a video call. What if you want to block someone? Let's see. These are the settings that were created. And let's go here. The settings page has not been created. Let's see how we create a groups. Yes, you can create a groups of the members which are your friends, right? So let's create this group name is called test. We can create a group. A new group has been created. You can see it here, and you can send messages. It has 3 members. Hello et al. Right? And it shows that everything is fine here. So let me say, let's give its instruction. So Lovable is free, and I got 5 credits. From these 5 credits, I used all of them. Maybe that's the reason it is not produced all pages. Like if I go to settings, it's because I'm out of credits. So what you can do now, since we have now a proper application, something that we can start with, we now have our designs that we can use for our application. So we need to clone this project or to download this project and use another tool to continue designing this application. Let me show you these two. So for now, let me download this code. So for you to be able to download this code, you need to sync this code with GitHub. So here I have GitHub here. You need to click sync with GitHub. Here, that's where you can view your code in Lovable. All the things that were written here. I think if you go to pages, this is the index page, and these are the components which were created, teams, and those UIs, buttons, which are looks modern. So what we need to do, we need to sync this code, download it, and then use this code with another tool to add more features, because for me, Lovable is a bit expensive, but now it produced us a starting point. So let me show you another tool, but we need to sync this project, right, with the GitHub. So you go to GitHub and connect to GitHub. So here on my terminal, I need to clone that project which was linked to my GitHub. So I go to the desktop and I can create a folder. I can call it chat app, and I can go into this. Okay, let me create wrong spelling chat without cd chat app. Let me go into this and let me just create. I want to clone this project, and I can say git clone, and I can put the URL and I can clone it. So the project is now on my local computer, right? So I can open it with VS Code. Let me open it with VS Code. If you do not have VS Code, can you download VS Code? So here I'll rename it to front end, because it's going to be our front end. We shall create our backend later on the future tutorial, on the next tutorial. So this is our front end. So I'll open this one with VS Code. So if you do not have VS Code, download VS Code and open this with VS Code. So I just go, if you go to VS Code, you click file and then say open folder. In the open folder, locate your application and you can open the front end folder. So this is the project that we just opened and which was created by Lovable. So let's try to run this project first and see if it's going to work fine on local. So I can say npm install so that it can install everything. Okay. So let's see how we can run this application. If you go to package.json, we can just say npm run dev, right? So just say npm run dev. And the application is running on this URL. So we are no longer using Lovable from now on. So it's now running on our local. And this is the application that we created before, and it's running fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, something like this. And you can put your password and you can sign in like I showed you previously. This is the application the same application that was running fine on the Lovable, which is here. It's now running on my local. By just doing this process, link this application to our GitHub by syncing it to GitHub and download it and run it, and I'll show you how to clone and run this, and it's running on local on port 88. So what we need to do now, since it's running on our local, for me, I use we need now to continue to have more features and to have more better UI, because Lovable just give us a skeleton and it's much faster, and it knows, it creates better user interface, and it uses React. So we need another tool, like we can use Cloud. For me, I use Cloud Anthropic for enhancing my application, add more features, because Cloud, this thing is the beast when it comes to write code. We need to use Cloud Anthropic from now on to continue with our application development, to continue with our UI. Cloud Anthropic, it's very intelligent compared to Lovable. Lovable, we used it as a tool just to give us a better UI, because it uses React and it knows better how to develop better user interface, as if I told Cloud to start, because Cloud, it's general purpose, it knows a lot of things. So when to give that, to just give Cloud this instruction, maybe I don't feel when it comes to AI it's going to be better than Lovable, but it's better when it knows which tools were being used before. So since we used this React, we can now use Cloud, and what we want to do, we need to integrate with Cloud. After integrating with Cloud, we can continue our UI development and having almost everything working in the UI, so that our backend will be much easier, and it's going to be easier to integrate when we have all the UI which is working fine. So for Cloud Anthropic, you need to create an account on consoleanthropic.com, and you can buy tokens or you can have a subscription. For me, I bought some tokens here. I just have $5 in my account, and I can use this I can use this $5 to do whatever I want. It's a lot of money here. And let's now go to, so if you have this Cloud, you need to install it on your computer. You need to install Anthropic Cloud Code, and you can start doing whatever you want. So you need to install it, then start coding with Cloud, right? So what I can do, I already installed this one on my computer. So let me just go to the terminal where I cloned and paste this. Maybe there's an update. I don't know how we can update this. Okay, it's fine. So we have Cloud running here. So we need to say Cloud. So let me go to my VS Code here, and in my terminal, let me add a new terminal where we open this thing, and I can say Cloud, and I can say proceed. Okay, if you are not logged in yet, so let me say exit here. You can say Cloud / I think login, and here we are going to use, there are two ways. You can use Cloud account with the subscription, or you can use Anthropic console account. For me, I'm using Anthropic console account, and I can click this one, and I can click enter, and you to create a token, and we can authorize it. So everything is now okay. Let me open our VS Code. Yeah, you can press enter to continue. So it will start to use that $5 that is in my Anthropic account. So everything is now okay. So what we want to do first, I prefer to use a Next.js, because this one is a native React application. So I need Cloud to convert this application to a Next.js application. There's a lot of benefits of using Next.js. So let's convert this application to Next, because Lovable does not create a Next.js application. So that's the drawback. But with Cloud, it's going to be easier for us. So we can just say convert this project to a Next.js application. If I say convert, okay, I can just say migrate this project to a Next.js application. And make sure it is running fine without issues. So Cloud will use its intelligence now to convert this application, and you just press enter. So let's see what is going to happen. So here I just want to terminate this, which was running on 8080. So this is what it's going to do. You can see it's going to analyze the current project structure, create a Next.js, and it will test the application and fix issues. So after it's done, each step it is going to cancel, and everything is going to be cancelled. So canceling this task. So for you, do you want to proceed? Yes, I want to proceed, right? And you can say yes and don't ask me again, the second option, and press enter. Let's give it permission to do whatever it wants. As you can see right now, everything is completed. All things were all the to-dos were done with Cloud. So let's try to run the application. And here, if you go to the package JSON for Cloud now, you can see the application is now in Next.js. So npm run dev, it's going to be Next.dev. So let's run this npm run dev in the terminal, and the application running on port 3000. So let's open the application on port 3000. Previously it was 8080. So we are still having issues with this Cloud after it migrated our code to Next.js framework. So what we need to do, there's another AI that I used, which is much cheaper as compared to Cloud, because for Cloud, I show you, I use it to start new projects, but there are also other frameworks that you can use. We can use another one that is called Augment. It's called Augment AI. You can use this one. So you can create an account on Augment, and you can install it on your, you can sign up, install it on your VS Code, and this is the ID to that support IntelliJ, Vim, and I don't know this one, but for me I'm using VS Code, so it's okay. So you can get 14 days free trial and use Augment to write code. So I want to solve these errors using Augment. So what I can do, I go to VS Code. If you install it, if you integrate with your VS Code, you can go to Augment. This is the icon, and you can index your source code. So it's now indexing the source code. Let's wait for it to complete. So it has completed this source code. It knows this is a chat application. So I will tell it here I will need to change. It's here, it's urgent. Maybe for you it was a chat. For me it's an urgent, and I can click this automatically, so that it will run commands in the terminal by itself. If it change a code, it can change and run and test everything without the help of me clicking yes, like what we are doing on Cloud. So I will tell it fix this code issues after running it. So let's see what this thing is going to do. So right now it's reading the package JSON, and it's now analyzing the project. So it ran this command that we are running, npm run dev. So let's see what's going to happen. If we come here to Augment in this terminal, you can see it has run this application. So it tested the application, and you can see it was trying to kill, and it found an issue. And this is the same issue that we were getting here. You can see login form prompts. So let's see how it's going to solve this thing. Here you can see. Here we have managed to use this argument to solve all the issues by just telling this instruction that it needs to fix the code issues after running it, and it managed to fix the issue, and the application is now running fine here. So I can delete this which was being used by argument, and here I can let me cancel this and run it again, and it's running on port 3000. And let me this is the 3000 that was running. You can see the application is now running fine, and it has been migrated to Next.js. So using AI, it's easier to migrate the project to Next.js. Lovable, it's created a native React application, and we migrated it to Next.js. So here I can put any email here. Let me enter the password, and we can log in. You can see the application. This application is now in Next.js. You can see everything is still working fine, and I can chat with this. And this is what I comment. This is the previous example that we did, and I can say test group, and I can create a group, and this is the group, and everything is fine. So here, if you go to end of the messages here, you can see we have our messages. And let me find people. Let me chat with Bob, and I can say hello. And I can say hello, and it goes to the left. So what we need to do, and this is the group, we can create a group and you can add these people. So what we can need to do now, we need to add more features to show the group members. If I click view, so we need to tell the AI to do that. Add a view icon on group or on member during chat. Then you say if it is a group, add group information and members and option to exit the group. Copy Teams implementation. So let's give an AI this task. So we need it to use intelligent. If you click a group here somewhere, we are going to have a view button and see the group info. If it's a person, a user has to, maybe you need to block this user that you are chatting with. So let's see how it's going to work. So it will understand everything. So after all, the AI is understand our issue and write code for this. You can see this is the changes that were done by the AI. This was an error. I told it to continue, and it updated everything that we told it to do. So we are supposed to see an info icon. So these are the features which were added, like view icon, chat information dialog, group exit functionality, teams like UI followed existing teams design. So it now following the designs that we created, the lovable. So if you come here, you can see we now have the info. If we click info, you can see this is the user with the information details when the user was created, right? If we go to group, let's see what is in the group. So in the group, it will show all the members that are in the group. So a user can exit in a group. So the actual functionality is not working, but we will need to use this information when integrating with backend, and everything will be working fine with the backend. So these are the chat. So we need also in our recent chat to be able to delete so we can't do everything with this front end. Once we integrated with the backend, we can just tell it to say add this feature in front end and also in backend. So the AI will do a change in front end and do a change in backend. So what is in our settings? So the settings is not working fine. So the profile, the user settings, let's tell the AI to just create the settings page. We can use our cloud to do this. Cloud is much faster. So you can use both of these tools, or you can use this argument, and I can start a new chat and tell it implement the user settings page and functionality like teams. So then I can send this instruction. Let's wait, it will do all the magic for us. Oh, the AI has managed to create the settings page here, and this is what it went through. It created new pages for settings, user settings dialog, profile settings tab, notifications tab, privacy settings tab, appearance settings tab, radio buttons. Everything is just copying what the Teams application look like, and the AI knows how Teams was created and was designed, so it just follows what Teams look like. So let's now go into the, so if you come here in the implementation complete, this is the core feature just delivered by AI: user settings, profile settings, notification, privacy and security, appearance settings. So this is wow, and we can see everything's being done by AI. I didn't write any single line of code. That's the new way of writing code these days. So if I go to this, right, and let me just reload our Next.js. That's why I said you need to migrate to Next.js, because Next.js, it's well understandable by these AIs. So if I come here and click settings, you can see this is the settings page. This is the profile which we created. This is the dialog for settings. So you can see user can upload the profile picture, display name and the email that we put, and the status here. These are the notification. If the user wants to receive chat notifications, those things we are going to implement those when we are doing our backend. So far we are just concentrating on the UI, like if a new chat received, do you want to receive sound, desktop emails, do not disturb. If you don't want it to be disturbed while we are using the application. And this is the privacy and security. Who can contact you? Is it everyone? Contacts only or nobody? So these things are going to be implemented. Read receipts. Yeah, if it's enabled, you can see who read your messages, typing indicators, last seen, and profile visibility. Is it everyone who's going to see your profile, or yeah, that's all. And if you go to appearance, you can see here we can have a system, dark mode. These things can be implemented. So we'll tell the AI to do the same. So let's now tell the application to be compatible with the dark mode and implement the theme like dark mode and light mode or a system. So let's tell it here, implement theming modes that you added in appearance settings to affect the whole application. So let's wait for the application to complete implementing this theming, and I'll show you what is going to be our new theming after this. After a few minutes, our application has been updated with the theming, and this is the results of the AI after implementing theming. I didn't write any code, everything is being done by AI. So this is what's really happening: immediate theme switching, complete theme support, dynamic font sizing, and interface density, display preferences, and real-time updates. So what we can test our application and see everything is fine. So first thing what I do, I need to reload. I can see here it added this theming here. Let's test. You can see it's changing to dark auto based on my computer preferences. Or we can go to settings and you go to appearance and you can change here to dark mode, and you can see it's now in dark mode. Let's try to change font size. You can see it's changing. You can see it's changing. The text is changing here. So it shows that the AI can develop something good for us, and the theming is working fine. Even if I go to text and change here, everything is now fine, and the message here is still black, and it's supposed to change maybe to white. So we can improve these things later, but this is our basic application that we can develop with our backend and have the full functionality working fine. So for now, we have managed to create our front end, and we are left with integrating with the backend, and we are going to use Nest.js. We will see if we are going to use WebSockets or we are going to use a Supabase on the next tutorial. But the front end, it's now okay. No need for Figma, no need for UI designer, no need for front-end experience like CSS. The application, the AI is developing the application for us, and with a better user experience. So if you are new to this channel, may you kindly subscribe, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we upload new videos. And we are starting our journey with AI system development. Salut coders.